viewers, welcome to another edition of the week on Insight TV, and I'll be your host for today. My name is Modupe, and today I'm not alone. All my colleagues and will be discussing national topics, entertainment, and sport, and other trending matters at the country at the moment. And on my left, I have Bolaji. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Good morning. And on my right, I have Abiodun. Abiodun, how are you doing this morning?
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
So, let's start from the local issue. Let's start from the state we are at the moment. So on Wednesday, the Osun State House of Assembly proposes 6-month term and also a fine of 250,000 naira for those that are caught skating publicly. And we're going to discuss the issue. So I'm going to ask my colleague at the moment that, do you think the House of Assembly was right to actually propose that kind of a fine, or they are wrong? So I'll start with Bolaji. Do you think they are right or they are wrong?
The thing is that, in my opinion, I believe is that since they did not do public hearing, they just say that they should be giving them fine on skating on the road. Me, I believe maybe because they believe skating can cause road accident, or at the same time, maybe because they used to cause all this wahala in the community. But at the long run, in my own perspective and opinion, I believe state government or state government or the lawmakers supposed to do public hearing before they can make such a law. Or maybe those skaters, they can actually have an association if they can gather themselves, and they can actually give themselves a law that, okay, by this time and this time, don't skate on the road. You can skate on road B, you cannot skate on road C, you can skate on, because we have different type of road. We have local government road, we have federal road, we have state road. So they should I think the state lawmakers should be able to come together and find something to do about it before they consider that you'll be giving them fine or a jail.
So on to Taiwo. What do you think? Do you think the Osun Assembly was justified for that proposition, or do you think there's more to it?
Saying first, I would say it sounds like an absurd statement. How could you say skaters will pay 250,000 for fine? Because let's take Lagos State for example. They are much money. Even skaters are not even plenty in the state at all. So I feel like it's a common sense when you made a rule that in Lagos State, the rule was made that engine of capacity of 200cc or 220cc must not ply the express road. Definitely, so that restrict them to some roads. And these are the same thing in which you should do. And there was I'm not sure there was a large sum of money for the fine like that was put in place. But putting 250,000 is just like one of the ministers that told us, if you don't have an NI, we deserve a jail term. Does not make sense. Does not make any sense. So I think what they should do is have a public hearing and even have an association for the skaters. Let them know the rules and the regulation, the modus operandi of the state, and what their jurisdiction entails, where they should get to and where they shouldn't get to. I think that one should still be okay than charging him of 250,000.
But in my own opinion, I actually think it's actually risky, because I've seen a lot of skaters on the road where they will hold on to buses or keke napep. What if they fall? Who is going to be accountable for
that? When we talk about these people are not, if you are looking at the quantity of them, they are just few, and it's just for an entertainment. But on a normal note, you as a person can't take a bicycle and apply an express road. It's unreasonable for you to do that. But for skaters, they can't be on an express road. Taking Lagos about the express road as an example, have you ever seen them on that road?
What about
the only road you can see them probably is be on the street. They follow buses and it's
that's even risky. What if the bus stops all of a sudden?
They know how to control themselves, and it's just we can link this to just like adventures. Oh, go to the European. These things are not part of us. The Western countries brought it to us, and even they that brought it to us, they are more adventurous than us on all this. Look at them. Check if you can check. If you can watch it on DSTV, you see how they do this, and it's so fun. And it's something that even today, even the states, do they even recognize them as an association?
Do they have an association? That's a question. Do they have?
They should. If you make a viable study about them, they would. Because it's not one person, it's not two person, it's not three.
So you are
They
saying
will be
that
in group.
the Osun
And if the government could actually call them together, that we want to see you, come, let us discuss. It's not that we want to send you off the street. We want to, yes, we are talking about the bad side. Okay, let us see it in this aspect. When there is a theft case going on in the streets, and you see that, they are more faster than actually going after those thieves.
So you are saying that they can be used.
Yes, they can actually be used.
If they are trained.
Exactly.
It can be used to pursue thieves.
Crimes, yes.
Okay, I think that's another. Or what do you think? Do you think they can be used to pursue thieves? They can be used in crime related.
Yeah, they can. And the thing is that you are saying you're talking about in something like risk. In every exercise has its own hazard. So if you are saying that skating is risk, every other exercise is risk too. I think skate is sport now.
Exactly.
It's part of sport and it's part of this exercise. And
again, it's only in our country here we don't actually invest so much in sports.
They can be used to catch thief. At the same time, they can also be, that when governor or some officials people are going to somewhere, they used to have bike people that will lead them.
So they can be used
use skaters too.
Okay, so you want the state government to probably call the association,
yes,
the assembly, to do a public hearing.
If only they have the association.
And also to make it like an exercise or a marathon.
I tell you, when the government calls a public hearing, hear the opinions of people or of people, you will see what you get from them. Okay. It will be a very good intervention, and it will be a very good investment for the state itself.
Okay. So you heard what they said. The Osun Assembly should call a public hearing before they should have called a public hearing before they decide on their position, guided association. And I actually think that, okay, if all these are actually done in the future, this can allow more persons, more youth to actually engage in this skating exercise. So on to our next discussion, we're talking about the recent VDM, the human activist. Well, I don't even know how he used to call himself, VDM and GTB. So people are getting the mixed story that is it GTB that arrested VDM or EFCC came there to arrest the VDM. So people are not getting the clear picture. So I want you to enlighten the public. How do you think the story is? Did GTB call EFCC to come and arrest the VDM, or VDM had pending allegations or petitions that he did not answer to before he was arrested on GTB? Because I think Nigerians are getting the story wrong, and a lot of, I think over 100 million persons have actually withdrawn their services from GTB, and I think this is going to have a bad image for GTB. So I want you to clear the picture. Do you think GTB is responsible for the arrest, or GTB was just, let's say, a means to an end for you to come and arrest the VDM? So Taiwo, let me start from you.
Firstly, I would say the GTB bank itself needs to restructure themselves.
Okay.
Because for me, I see it as a bank that does not really value their customers. Yeah. Because I feel like why would a customer comes to complain that I'm experiencing some charges on my account and a reduction, no addition, and he tell me as a customer that it's a web purchase, whereas I was in my room and I begin to see debits, and you claim to tell me that that's a web purchase. How? And you expect me to believe that? So why won't it? So instead of experiencing that with you, and because VDM is a popular phenomenon in the country, and I see him as a human rights activist that actually stand up for the truth. And we are in a country that I won't say we are lawless, but we are in a country that our check and balance system, it's nothing to do. It's nothing to be writing about.
So, Bolaji, what do you think about the arrest?
What I think about the arrest is that when he complained online,
okay,
when he complained online, they asked him to come to the bank, and he went there. So immediately he got the branch manager, according to the news, the branch manager asked him that he should go and tell his mother to issue a letter or something like that. He should request for a bank statement of his mother. So and I think the lawyer did that. So according to the report, by some conventional news story. They say that their footage, their CCTV footage don't cover the areas where he parked his car. That the EFCC did not arrest him in the bank. Like it's because when he was going to the car park.
That's where they arrested him.
That's where they arrested
Is the car park not in the premises of the bank?
It's the premises, but they say that their CCTV footage is not covered.
But why is that?
Area.
But why is it that even when a journalist is in front of the bank official, the bank security will order you to move away?
Maybe their city was not working at that.
What I think about the whole story is that if this country leaders, it happens everywhere actually, but especially in Nigeria, if this country leader wants to deal with somebody, they can deal with you in any way.
So you think they are dealing with him?
Yes, for arresting, because how could you till now, as we are speaking, GT Bank have not issued a statement concerning that thing, which is very bad.
Probably they've been looking. According to
which is very bad.
According to EFCC official statement, they have been sending petitions to him. They
issued that statement after the arrest. Yes, they should just
he has been running away from the answering the invitation, and they saw him there, and they carried him.
We are in a country that they will make an arrest before they start an investigation.
Don't anyway.
You want them to publicize that we want to arrest VDM. Is that what you want?
No,
it's not that.
Do you want them to release petitions?
It's not that we want them to release petition. What we actually want them to do is that they don't actually have a single thing that to pin on him that this is what VDM.
They said he has over 40 allegations. 40 over 40.
They should let us see the allegations.
Then please, can you tell me where it is being published? That 40 allegations.
Yes, they should
and
tell
this
us.
man that we are talking about, the very dark man.
Okay.
Every of his activities have been published online for Nigerians to see.
So you want EFCC to publicize
If
all
they can,
the petitions?
yes,
that is what we call transparency.
That is it. We want
so they are not being transparent.
They are
No,
not.
okay.
I feel like Nigeria government just want to deal with him.
But why do you think you want to deal with him?
Because he has been a threat to them in one way or the other. Because you always stand for the truth. Yeah.
So they want EFCC to be transparent in their news concerning VDM.
But thank God he has been released. I think he has been released today.
And so on conventional bail or something like that.
And did you know that up to now an official statement has not been released by the bank itself?
Yeah.
They just saw him there. The bank might not even be involved in his case.
We are not saying that
because as a customer, you went to the bank to lay your complaint.
Okay. Now let's take it this way.
Okay.
After the release, what was the exact thing that he was released on? At least he will have a provision, like the Western countries do. Okay, fine. We released you based on this and this.
Yes. I think they say that it was because the intervention of the former president Atiku Abubakar, Davido, and some other prominent people in the country. I think now and because of the protest, I think that was why they released it.
Then it has come to an extent that the freedom after speech is not guaranteed.
Yeah, it's not. We are immense in this country. Yeah.
So still on the EFCC matter, recently EFCC called Abiodun and comedian AY for an invitation concerning the abuse of Naira and Dollar, where they said spraying of Naira and Dollar at parties are actually an offense. So what's your view about it? Do you think they have to enlighten Nigerians on how to spend their money at the party? Because I don't understand that my mom is doing her birthday and I have to spray, but then I have to are they coming? So what do you think? What do you think EFCC should do? Should they just release an official statement that okay, Nigerians, this is how to spend your money, this is how to spray your money at parties? Let me start with you.
The thing is that I believe in every country there's always an agency. In this country we have National Orientation Agency, we have federal government, we have publication under federal government, we have other publication people on federal government. I think they can come to EFCC, federal government and National Orientation Agency can come together and enlighten Nigeria on how to spend money. On how to, there are some Nigerians that don't know how to respect our currency, because in Europe, in advanced country, you cannot be squeezing money. You see some people, you see some drivers, they be squeezing money, folding our currency. It's not done. It's fine, but some of them did not know the cons and pros on how to manage or maintain our currency. So I believe if the federal government and EFCC and the National Orientation Agency can collaborate and enlighten the Nigerians on how to spend or how to keep our currency, I think Nigerians can actually know how to solve their problem. There won't be much arrest.
So what do you think about it?
Well, as I've said earlier, this is Nigeria. And I think, let me retrace this back to, in police commission, when there's a case in the country and everything, they make use of their public relations departments. So always keep the masses abreast of the information. So same thing, what is stopping the EFCC from doing that? And I feel like this would actually restrict people in terms of expressing their love when they actually attend ceremonies.
That is why I say that. That's why I say that it's not that they cannot express their love. That's why I say that they should tell us how we can do that. They should try to educate us how we can be doing that.
Okay, well, fine. I can see the education to start from I think they need to introduce the usage of wallet and purse to Nigerians, because on a typical Nigerian man, when he collects change from a conductor,
even conductor himself and the driver himself.
Exactly.
That's why I say that.
I'm the kind of person that I love using purse and I love using wallet a lot. And I'm always no matter how small the currency is, you will always find it inside my wallet because I find it so easy. And sometimes I feel I put money in my pocket and I want to remove my phone and the money fell off. So I think the only thing I feel like we can actually do is
vice versa. Some people don't actually know how to use wallets.
Exactly.
So let's go down into the two other topics we have before we call it a day. And so we're talking about politics now. We're talking politics. So we're going to be talking about the recent defection of PDP members to APC. One of the most prominent ones was the defection. We're talking about Wole Oke, one of the Osun that's recently defected from PDP to APC. So what's your view about it?
So now looking about the case when Peter Obi defected at the time minutes, same thing happened. Now, before he defected to Labour Party, the crisis has been on. Atiku doesn't want to surrender. At the same time, Peter Obi doesn't want to be the vice. He wants unity. So who is now taking the flag? So who is now going to be the flag bearer of the party? So the same thing is happening here in Osun because MP Oke has boldly said that even when the crisis evolved for many years before they came back into power in Osun State at 2022, he still stood and he was still running the party and at the same time financing the party. So now in all the statements, nothing was denied about all the statements.
So do you think that for the forthcoming governorship election of the People's Democratic Party and the presidential election, do you think it's going to shake the party a bit? Yes,
it's going to have a high risk because he's one of the moving and mobilization member of the party.
Is he at the local level?
At the local level. Even he's one of the most ranked House of Rep members in the whole of Southwest. If you check the records.
So now you should be expecting that there will be a shift.
So the only thing is just like they can actually still come into consensus at what exactly. This game is about like they are putting an odds before you. Now he's in the table of deciding what exactly he wants. For the party to retain the seats is something so simple. Come into consensus, by and by, this is it. Then everything comes back to the house. But if it goes like this, I tell you, and when the seat is being given to him, it is definitely certain that he would win the seat. Because now it's just like the power of incumbency would actually work here because APC is still in power at the federal level, and at the same time when it comes to the savior, you can't say you want to actually be a winner
you now go to join the losing club.
Party.
Definitely. So you have to just come into, even though you have a bad intention or good intention, you still have to be part of that winning team.
So with this current change, or let's say solve right now, there might be a possibility that there might be a shift of power at the local level.
Yeah, there might be, but it's just like when the PDP does the assignment well about the appointees from that local government.
Okay, now what is said? Let the PDP do the assignment well.
Yes.
For the local government chairman that were elected.
And even the appointee have said that they should test his power and see how we can actually convince people
That's
to
another
win the
one.
next position.
To test his power, now he's going to convince the people
Yeah, the
on how to win the next election. So that'll be that on politics. Now let's go to sports. Maybe not experiencing near success syndrome like Arsenal. Please let me say amen. Oh, there is no Arsenal. Are you an Arsenal fan?
I'm a Blues for life.
Okay,
The sky is always blue.
Oh, definitely.
Chelsea
Hope you're not an Arsenal fan.
I'm a Liverpool fan.
Liverpool fan. Me too. I'm not Arsenal fan. Maybe not experience, because I think they have this consistency
It's
in
a
almost
syndrome.
there. It's that's what I said. In yes, syndrome. Almost there. So on Wednesday they played against the PSG, and PSG won 2-1. So what do you think is the cause of their near success syndrome? That they're almost there, but they are never there. What do you think is the cause?
You know, as you say, there's a Yoruba that says "Agbotuta the main." This one they brought reproach. They should not be named the pride of London anymore.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Well, if you know you're not going to give it the whole shot of your best, why you reach the semis? Because I feel like, how many years back now? No trophy, nothing, just making profits for the team. So what exactly are you giving your supporters? What exactly are you giving even their fans are supposed to actually denounce their membership as an Arsenal fan? And actually, our gate is open as Chelsea fan. You can actually
Chelsea are recruiting more fans. And you have match tonight now.
Exactly.
Let's see if you two will recruit.
No. You can see our first leg was very great.
What I see is that Arsenal is a club that they are not determined club, because how could you play in the season? In the season, I do not want any trophy. You cannot.
Cali Cup, FA Cup.
No cup at all.
As in,
according to the match that they played yesterday, in my home view, they did not play as if they want to win
absolute
that
nonsense.
They don't play.
So they went to play.
They just play. They don't have determination that they really want to win.
They were even saying that Partey that was not around, that was not available for the first leg.
That was just
he came and he was even at the standing 4.
That was.
We could not even see.
No. They did not play. They did not, because how you say that? They used to say something that and do what do they say this thing like and the way they play yesterday, I was even sleeping when I was watching that.
I was even expecting that the client should actually make a surprise.
Comparing
like one free kick he did against Real Madrid.
Compare that match to Barcelona and Inter Milan match. The match was so terrified. Everybody enjoyed that. That was the best.
My brother, I was tensed.
Yeah, it was. We are not Barcelona or Inter Milan fan, but the match was so. Arsenal match was. I was just sleeping. They are not. To me, the thing is that they are not determined to win any trophy in this season.
I wasted my data.
Sorry,
I wasted my time.
MTN will reimburse you. So that's why they almost were never there. And tonight we have Chelsea versus.
The name is at least is a bit, but I'm very sad in that.
We also have Manchester United and Athletics Club tonight, 8 p.m. So
it's even a good one that the two Nika Williams will be off the match due to injury problems. So at least it's
so
still a good
we wish all the football clubs tonight success, and may the best man win. So yeah, there you have it on Inside TV the week, and we'll be coming your way again on another edition. I still have with me Abiodun. Thanks for joining us today.
It's always a pleasure.
And we have Bolaji Olaide. Thanks for joining us today.
Welcome.
So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. My name is Modupe. Come here next time.